911, what's the location of your emergency?
My roommate is in pretty bad shape. He's hurt.
He's hurt?
You know, he's hurt real bad. Yeah, there's a lot of blood on the
Okay, but what? There's a lot of blood? How did he get hurt?
There was an argument. We got woken up. I just know I need some help, please.
Okay, I'm going to send someone right now, but I need to know what's going on.
He's got a amount of blood on the floor.
Okay, did he cut himself? Did he hurt himself?
Yes.
He cut himself?
No, he's hurt. Please.
Okay, I'm sending help, but how did he start bleeding?
I don't know.
Did someone cut him? Did someone?
No. I don't know what happened, but I really need someone.
Okay, is he conscious and breathing?
In and out.
He's in and out? Where is the blood coming from?
Brittany, where is he bleeding from? In his back.
In his back?
In his back.
Do you see any weapons anywhere?
No, I do not.
拨打报警电话的人名叫乔丹。2023年6月17日，他在凌晨3点向佛罗里达门罗县警长办公室拨打了911报警电话，称自己的室友泰勒努力时情况很糟糕，伤得很重，而且流了很多血。随着调查的深入，这起案件将成为佛罗里达群岛历史上最悲惨的案件之一。今天的案件发生在门罗县。基韦斯特是美国佛罗里达州门罗县的县治，也是佛罗里达教岛群最南端的一座城市。它由基韦斯特岛及附近的岛屿构成。这里不仅是佛罗里达州最南端的城市，同时也是美国本土最南端的城市。地理位置独特，充满热带风情。从地理上看，它距离迈阿密约130英里，有公路和夸克大桥相连。若是驾车前往迈阿密，大约需要行驶165英里。此外，它距离古巴最近的位置仅约95英里，因此这里与加勒比地区关系紧密，也具有一定的历史和文化交融特色。乔丹是一位在墨西哥湾捕获石斑鱼的职业渔民，他提前几天结束了为期2周的出海。当晚和他的2个室友，30岁的泰勒努力史以及33岁的布列塔尼霍尔布鲁克在楼下的露台上喝酒。泰勒和布列塔尼是一对情侣，不幸的是今晚出了大事。他似乎还没完全弄明白发生了什么事。乔丹当时在房间里睡觉，突然听到了一声尖叫，是布列塔尼在喊他的名字求救。乔丹跑出房间，发现泰勒倒在客厅的地板上，背部在流血。当时布列塔尼抱着泰勒。
Good, how are you?
Great. Oh, yes.
What's going on?
I woke my roommate, got a lot of blood on the floor.
Okay.
She woke me up like half an hour ago, 15 minutes ago. I'm not sure exactly, but I've been sleeping. I don't know exactly what happened.
Okay, so you woke up and saw this?
I heard a scream.
You heard a scream?
She woke me up.
Who woke you up?
My roommate's girlfriend.
Okay.
And he's bleeding from somewhere in his back. I didn't hear a noise. I don't know what exactly happened.
Okay.
But there's a lot of blood on the floor, and he's like in and out of consciousness.
The scream woke you up, or it woke you?
No, I heard her come down the hallway.
So his girlfriend is
yelled my name. It's Jordan.
楼上的情况看起来更糟，布列塔尼心烦意乱，医护人员正在抢救她的男友，她的手上沾满了鲜血，她的狗在远离医护人员的房间里狂叫。警员把布列塔尼带到外面，以便更好救治奄奄一息的泰勒。警方称，他们在狗舍附近的地板上发现了一把9毫米史密斯威森手枪和1枚弹壳。警方还注意到门栏上有很多空酒瓶，空气中弥漫着浓烈的酒味。
So what happened?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I went to sleep. I don't know.
Why don't you go take a seat over there?
Mike Papa, 37B MMP.
Did you hear a gunshot?
No.
Huh?
No. I went to sleep.
乔丹可能拨打了紧急电话，但至少在现场警官眼中，他目前仍然是头号嫌疑人。我们来深入了解一下这3位住户。乔丹和泰勒相识多年，乔丹是一位渔民， 他认识了在当地一家造船厂工作的泰勒。当时泰勒还和布雷塔尼以及她当时的男友住在一起。布雷塔尼的感情出现破裂后，他和泰勒一起离开了，两人成为了情侣。平时的泰勒很受人爱戴，他的儿时好友形容他忠诚、勤奋，愿意为他关心的人付出一切。他独自生活多年，专注于工作，努力建立自己的生活。然后他遇到了布雷塔尼。案发时，泰勒和布雷塔尼已经交往了9个月。他被他灿烂的笑容、随和的性格和积极的态度所吸引。布雷塔尼经营着一家出租桨板和皮划艇的船只租赁站，以此为生。两人找到了这栋出租房，并邀请乔丹出租在第2间卧室，3人平分每月3600美元的房租。乔丹的工作需要经常出海2到3周，这对泰勒和布雷塔尼这对年轻的情侣来说非常好。而且乔丹每次上岸后都能有个放松的地方。现在的情况是，警方一头雾水，不知道具体的嫌疑人是谁，只知道乔丹和布雷塔尼在现场。在这种情况下，警方知道至关重要的是不能让目击者相互交谈，他们证词中的矛盾之处可能会提供关于事件真相的线索。你看看，警方目前没有发现入侵者的迹象，而且泰勒不太可能先朝自己的背部开枪，然后把枪扔掉。楼上，警方仍在安抚布雷塔尼的情绪，并试图了解他看到了什么，听到了什么。布雷塔尼非常担心泰勒，不知道他能否活下来，他渴望了解情况，但警官们需要尽快从他那里获取尽可能多的信息。最后，医护人员将泰勒抬下楼，准备送往医院。他情况危机，如果他现在还能生还，那几乎是奇迹。泰勒和医护人员离开大楼后，警方的首要任务是确保犯罪现场的安全。布雷塔尼一脸抗拒地被带下楼。下楼后，他被安排坐在远离乔丹的一把椅子上。副警长被安排看守他，以防他在等待期间与外界有任何联系。很快来到了早晨，太阳升起，远处传来公鸡的鸣叫声。时间对他们2人来说都显得格外难熬。乔丹是一个渔夫，早已习惯了长时间的等待，他一直表现得很好。布雷塔尼也静了下来，但他似乎仍然被眼前发生的一切所折磨。而且奇怪的是，他对整个情况感到有些困惑。一个移动指挥中心已经搭建在房子的外面，调查人员可以在这里展开工作，这使他们能够更好地协调接收到的信息，并控制犯罪现场。就在这时，当地医院传来的消息彻底改变了一切。泰勒因伤势过重去世了。案件的性质已从洗衣机和可能的家庭暴力升级为谋杀。在对房屋楼上进行进一步搜查后，现在警方需要分别与2名证人谈话。趁着布雷尼塔不在，乔丹提供了一些信息，警方让他把当晚的事情重新叙述一遍，从他刚到家开始。
Jordan?
Yes.
Good night, Costa, the sheriff's office. Can we chat for a little bit?
Sure.
Has anyone here told you about your buddy?
No, I've been asking, but no.
Sorry to tell you, he passed away.
Oh my. I had a feeling that's why they weren't saying no.
Were your roommates upstairs home?
We were all downstairs until probably 10:30 is probably when I went up and started watching TV, something like that.
So you got home at 7 and just hung out in the patio there underneath the stilts?
Yep.
Were you guys all drinking?
Yep.
How much do you think you guys had?
I mean, I can't speak for them. I don't think. I know Tyler had maybe 5 or 6 beers. I probably had a little more because when I was working on the boat earlier in the day. But I definitely less than 9.
Kind of
and her, I don't know.
Is that average for you guys?
I mean, for me, similar, but for him, no, not as often.
Okay. How often does he drink?
I've been a couple weeks. He's had a really bad cold, so I know he hasn't for at least a couple weeks, is my guess.
Okay.
I just got back the night before last, and I was gone for 10 days, so.
Sure. Okay. Do they have any problems? How's the relationship?
I mean, it's usually pretty good, but they definitely have their little issues here and there.
Do you remember what the latest issue was?
I don't know what causes it usually, besides usually the drinking mixed between the two of them. It's usually her side more than his. Like, I'm not like pointing fingers or whatever, but I've just, like, since I've lived with them, I maybe saw like 3 somewhat yelling arguments, like nothing physical ever, like, but there was one other time where, like, she woke me up in the middle of the night, similar to this, but obviously just nothing had happened, you know? And it had nothing to do with him. She was just out of her mind that night, and like, nothing bad happened. I kind of just took it as a wash, and like we talked about it the next day, and there was like a joke over a broken cell phone that.
When you said she was out of her mind that night, what do you mean? Like,
just certain people that drink seem to not handle it as well, or whether it's a long day of drinking and the two of them both drinking together all day. I just sense, just out of her mind as in not normal herself, not making sense, talking, stuff like that.
do you think that's the alcohol, or do you think there's something else going on?
No, I think it's probably mostly the alcohol, because the only time that it's like when they go out on the little boat and they're out together the whole day on a weekend, and then they come back and drink a little bit here, and I feel like that whole day thing is just no good.
Yeah, all day out drinking in the sun on the boat, and come back and it keeps going.
Yep.
So when you got home last night, were they downstairs already?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. And they were already drinking?
She was, he wasn't.
Okay. How was the mood when you
Great.
walked home?
It was great. Everybody was getting along fine. I felt like it was a normal good night,
And you were downstairs drinking until what time about?
I'd say around 10:30ish was my guess. And I went and watched a couple episodes of TV, and I was pretty well asleep when I heard her screaming, and she's the one who woke me up. And I saw a pistol. I don't even know what happened. I just saw a lot of blood. But I did see a gun sitting there in the holster, which I'm pretty sure was hers. I never heard the shot. If that's what happened, I didn't get woken up by that. I got woken up by her yelling, and instantly I tried to look at him in the face, and that's when I called 911. And the little bit I got out of him, I didn't see it. I don't know what happened, but I heard him say, "That bitch shot me in the back."
Where is she?
She was behind him, kind of cradling him.
乔丹愿意提供书面证词并接受枪击残留物检测。你能看到乔丹回答得很冷静，也很配合。他似乎没有隐瞒任何事情，他只是捕鱼回来，醒来后却遭遇噩梦般的普通人。随后，调查人员打开一辆警车，让他坐在阴凉处。与此同时，他们也和布列塔尼坐下来谈话。独自在楼下待了一会之后，布列塔尼的思绪变得清晰起来，开始讲述他夜里被愤怒且咄咄逼人的泰勒吵醒的经过。他开始告诉警探，泰勒掐住了他的喉咙，把他推到卧室的墙上，试图勒死他。这仅仅是泰勒的一时精神失常的表现，还是泰勒本身就是一个怪物？警探们必须查明真相。现在的情况是，泰勒会不会是在醉酒后试图勒死布列塔尼，结果被他出于自卫开枪打死？这与乔丹的说法也有一些相符，因为乔丹说泰勒临终前告诉他是布列塔尼开枪打死了他，但事情仍然有些疑点。警探重新调查了布列塔尼的证词，试图弄清楚枪击事件发生前两人争吵的激烈程度。
He's never had any violent tendencies in the past?
Yeah,
He has? What happened?
he did that before.
He did that? How long ago was that?
4 or 5 months ago.
Okay. Did you call us?
No. He, I was able to just get away from him and go back to bed, and he was blacked out. I don't know.
How did you get away from him that time?
I had pushed him off of me, and I think I scratched him on his neck or something. Pushed him. I don't know.
Was he that drunk last night?
I don't know. He switches, and he hasn't really drank since that last time. And I just don't know. Yeah, I would assume so, because definitely drink a lot, I would say, for sure.
You think that's what switches him from kind, cuddly boyfriend to kind of crazy?
It's the only thing. He's a wonderful human being otherwise. He would never hurt anyone unless he was defending his family. Never. It's not him at all.
So the last time he was super drunk, and this time he was drinking for the first time in a while.
Me too.
When you were up against the wall, did you see a a look in his eye that you didn't remember? That was weird?
I don't know. He kept screaming at me, saying things that like weren't making sense, like calling me like you slut and saying that like he was gonna teach me a lesson and that like just shit that made no sense at all. And he was just like, look at what you're doing to me. And I was like I'm not doing anything at all. This makes no sense. You're not making any sense. Like, just go back to bed. Like, and then I'm just screaming, like, trying to make a noise so that Jordan could hear me.
有一项证据与布列塔尼的说法截然不同。尽管他一再声称自己经历了一场惊心动魄、危及生命的搏斗，但他身上却没有任何伤痕。警探注意到他的脖子上没有淤青，也没有抓痕，他的眼睛也没有瘀点，反倒是泰勒身上有明显的伤痕，脸上的抓痕、头部的伤口都是持续暴力袭击的迹象。这不仅仅是枪击，有人在开枪之前殴打了他。至此，警探们已无话可说。布列塔尼开枪打死了泰勒，他的自卫说法站不住脚。然后他声称他们已经1个星期没碰过酒了，那天晚上只是久违的豪饮，大概2瓶朗姆酒，好几瓶啤酒。好像还没等别人问就找好了借口，但泰勒的朋友们却描述了一个截然不同的故事。在泰勒去世几周前，他已经完全戒酒了。他告诉朋友们，他想建立健康的生活，专注于自己的未来。他已经厌倦了派对生活。那么，为什么布列塔尼坚持说他那天晚上喝得烂醉如泥呢？因为他需要泰勒扮演反派角色，他需要把泰勒描述为失控、暴力和危险人物，他需要一个理由来解释他所做的一切。当警探询问他们的关系时，他描绘了一幅完美的画面，没有争吵，没有暴力，只有爱和沟通。而泰勒的朋友们的说法又不一样。就在泰勒遇害几周前，布列塔尼在一次泳池派对上喝醉了。回家的路上，泰勒问了他一个关于他父亲房产的简单问题，他毫不犹豫地挥出了一拳，打在了他的脸上。还有一次和朋友们在市中心，布列塔尼用力抓挠泰勒，直到他流血。他把血抹在了音乐圈朋友的衬衫上，他们至今还保留着那件衬衫。泰勒的朋友们曾警告过他，布列塔尼必须离开。我们来听听一位叫玛丽莎的女士是如何描述泰勒和布列塔尼的关系的。她说，案发前的某天，她和布列塔尼共度了一个下午。布列塔尼出现后，开车送她去了当地的一家酒吧。路上，她注意到布列塔尼已经喝得酩酊大醉。到了酒吧，醉醺醺的布列塔尼变得恶语相向，然后开始谈论她的前男友。
Hello?
Hi, my name is Detective Scott Costa. I work for the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. I'm trying to contact Maritza Pietrobono.
Oh, yeah.
Is this Marissa?
Yes.
Hey, Marissa. I just want to see if you might have a couple minutes to chat with me about Tyler Newlish.
Oh, okay.
Can you tell me a little bit about the relationship between Tyler and Brittany?
Yeah, so I knew Tyler. I had met him a few years back when I visited Key West. I did not know Brittany very well. I had only met her, I think, 1 or 2 previous times briefly, and it was all close to the date, you know, that she murdered him. Mm-hmm. And I had hung out with her that week. Really close. I think it was within a few days of the incident happening.
Uh-huh.
So we went to Hogfish, and so we were at Hogfish, and she was talking about her ex-boyfriend, and very aggressively and very angrily, and talking about their relationship, how much she hated him, how, you know, she like wanted to kill him, and saying all this crazy stuff. And she was crying about how Tyler saved her, and she loved Tyler so much. And I was like, I agree, I love Tyler. The bartender's looking at me, you know, I'm kind of giving like side eye, like, yeah, I need to get her home. And I did not want her to drive anymore, so I was saying, you know, that oh, you know, if Tyler could come pick us up, or DJ was offering us to get us an Uber. My boyfriend is DJ. So I made sure that she messaged Tyler to come pick us up there, and she did. And she kept dropping her purse on the floor, you know, things like that. So we walked over to the docks, and when we were there, I made sure that she called Tyler again, and I actually spoke with Tyler, and I was like, Tyler, I'm so sorry if you could come. And he was so nice about it. He was just a doll and really, kind and sweet, and was like, yeah, of course I'll come, pick you guys up. And she was just so hammered at the docks as well. It was like, I got we did not even drink the beers at Hogfish, and then I got us 2 light beers at the docks, knowing that I didn't want her to drink. I didn't want her to do any shots or have any more alcohol. And when we were there, she was crying to me again about how much she loved Tyler. He saved her life. She was so happy to be with him. She was kind of hanging all over me, almost trying to kiss me, just very intoxicated behavior. The bartenders were kind of laughing. I was laughing, saying, okay, we're going to go home now. And Tyler picked us up. And when we were walking back, I was so happy to see him. And we were walking in the parking lot area, and she ran and jumped on his back, being playful, trying to jump on him, but he almost fell because, we didn't know it was coming. She was like a raging bull, went and jumped on him. He almost fell over. Mm-hmm. And was like, oh, come on, Britt, remember, you did that before, and you almost, I fell on my face or something. And then she got really pissed off and was like, you're a fucking faggot, excuse my language. And she was punching him in the arm and calling him a faggot and saying, come on, you can't pick me up and stuff. And I was like, oh, I was trying to make it funny because it was uncomfortable. I was like, oh, everyone's gay in Key West, so we're fine, making jokes. And Tyler was laughing, I was laughing. And we finally got Brittany in the car. She sat in the front seat, and I walked around, I gave Tyler a hug, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, I'm not, drunk, I'm not intoxicated. I did not get her this way. I didn't want him thinking we went out and got all fucked up, because that wasn't the case. And he said, no, Marissa, it's totally fine. She was drinking before. This isn't my first time. It's fine. I'm not mad at you or anything. You're not in trouble. I was like, okay.
其他朋友和熟人也多次提到过这种行为。随着警探们与所有人交谈，真相逐渐清晰。泰勒绝非家暴的施暴者，事实上他才是家暴的受害者。布列塔尼酗酒的模式变得非常明显，他酗酒过度，每当他喝醉，泰勒就成了他的出气筒。每一次攻击都愈发凶狠，大多数的时候，他的愤怒并非源于泰勒，而是源于他过去的感情经历，其中很多都曾遭受过他的怒火。所以，布列塔尼被捕了，并被控一项预谋杀人罪，被关押在门罗县警长办公室，保释金为75万美元。其实很关键的一点是，警探问他是否同意接受枪击残留物检测，这只需要在他手上做个简单的拭子取样，但他拒绝了。他说他手上沾满了泰勒的血，是因为抱着泰勒沾上的，但枪不是自己开的。其实他知道，如果检方采集他的手部样本，就会发现火药残留，他们会证明是他开的枪。布列塔尼被捕后缴纳了保释金后获释，然后等待审判。期间接受当地媒体采访时，依然声称自己是无罪的，并声称自己是受害者。但在2025年1月，陪审团听取了所有的证据，听取了乔丹的证词，也听到了泰勒的遗言。经过审议，陪审团裁定布列塔尼2级谋杀罪名成立，他被判处40年监禁，25年后可申请假释。布列塔尼目前正在霍姆斯特德惩教所服刑，这与他在佛罗里达群岛憧憬的生活相去甚远，是酗酒和愤怒夺走了这一切。泰勒·努利史去世时年仅30岁，他热爱大海，热爱在佛罗里达群岛建立自己的生活，但他犯了一个严重的错误，他和一个有暴力倾向的女人在一起，一个他的朋友曾警告过他的人，一个多次向他展现了真面目的人，而正是这些让他付出了生命的代价。